Basshole Studios in Hollywood, California. You're listening to I'm an Asshole with Doug Bass. We've all been one, so let's talk about it. Now, here's your host, Doug Bass.
He's an asshole, sir.
He's an asshole.
Hey, welcome to I'm an Asshole, the podcast. My name's Doug Bass. Thanks for joining us today. We have a great show today. We have some surprises in store. We have a little drinking going on, some other things maybe. But we have a very special guest with us today, Mr. Richard Chassler. Richard.
Dude.
How are you, man?
I am so happy to be out of the house.
You look like you're happy to be. Have you been cooped up?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like everyone, right?
Yeah, but, well, you know, you say that.
Right.
But you go online and doesn't look like everyone's cooped up.
No, I mean, everyone's out.
At the beach, at birthday parties,
Yeah.
no masks.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
You know, and then you say to your friends, like, hey, looks like you're having fun. Where are the masks? They get offended.
Right. Yeah, no, there's half and half. Like half the people I know are wearing masks, and half of them are like, who gives a shit? And it's stupid. It's like you got to mask up, especially for people that are older. You're doing it for everyone else, even if you don't think you're gonna get it.
Yeah, but I've been cooped up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've written a lot of material.
That's good.
Yeah, I've been sequestered so long. I know what an OJ juror feels like.
That's a good one. That's a good. That's gonna be like your opening joke when you get back on stage.
I mean, Anne Frank had nothing going on.
Oh my
Are you
God!
kidding?
Yeah.
She only had to worry about the Nazis. I got to worry about everybody.
Break out the Anne Frank material.
No,
yeah.
please, I spare nobody.
So how you been? I haven't seen you. I don't remember the last time I saw you.
I do. Barney's.
Barney's, yeah, probably.
Right before New Year's. It was like early December. I saw you at Barney's.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's usually where we end up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when was the last show, the comedy show you did?
Last time I was on stage before pandemic, like actual real stage with people not socially distancing,
right,
was the 10th of March.
Wow.
That was my last gig.
Yeah. I was probably like a little before that. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. And then everything was done after that.
Right. But I've actually been like with a microphone in front of people.
Right. You did an outdoor show, right?
That show.
Where was that? At Pan Pacific Park?
You got to do it.
Yeah. It was good?
I'll hook you up.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Who runs it?
Carol Newell. Do you know her?
I don't know her. No.
My pleasure to do this for you.
Awesome.
Oh, bro, it's awesome.
What do you think of the Zoom shows? Have you done those?
I've done a lot of them.
Yeah, I've done a few.
I've done a lot of them. And at first I didn't love it.
Yeah.
But it's what I figured out, and a lot of people have not figured this out yet. In fact, I'll tell you a great story, is that what I now like about it is I get to be funny, but it's like being off stage.
Right.
Because you can't deliver the material the same way you deliver the material in stand-up.
Yeah.
Because a Zoom show is just not that way. Even if it's the kind where they have the audience and you can hear them, the timing is still different.
It's weird. I mean, I've talked about it a little bit on this show, but it feels like a talk show. It feels like kind of like this almost.
Right.
It's almost like I'd rather go on and just talk because I'm like, who the hell's the audience? It's like, well, let me talk to these people, rather than do written material that may or it's like I don't know who's laughing. People are muted. Who the fuck knows?
Exactly. So when I do the Zoom shows, like I have my jokes out in front. You can't see them because they're off camera. But, I'm doing it much more conversationally than I am more like, hey, how you doing? I'm your stand-up comedian for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Now, when did you start stand-up?
Let's see. Andrew Jackson was president, so that would.
You go back to the open mics with him.
I literally started stand-up comedy February 1986.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. You started here, or you're from New York?
I'm from New York, but I started here.
Okay. All right. What part of New York are you from?
Long Island, Jericho.
Long Island.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Long Island.
And how long did you? When did you move to LA?
So my family moved here 77. I was 12, so I started junior high school.
Oh, so you were a kid when you moved here. Okay.
Oh, dude, I came from an upper middle class, predominantly Jewish and Italian neighborhood.
Yeah.
On Long Island.
Right.
For those of you who don't know what this means, figure it out. And seriously, I then went to Van Nuys Junior High School.
All right.
So it was culture.
So you grew up in the valley then, I assume?
Hills. Excuse me.
Valley Hills?
Excuse
the
me.
Hills? The hills.
Excuse me.
The hills of the valley?
The hills of the valley.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, they called them, yeah.
No, I've been to the hills of the valley. They're very nice.
Yeah, Sherman Oaks. My parents, we moved from Long Island to Sherman Oaks.
Oh, awesome. All right.
You know, wasn't my money.
Now, do you miss do you miss New York?
Every day.
You go back every now and then, right?
I go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't been back in 6 months.
Right. Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
But
it's do you like performing there versus LA? It's very different.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how it's so different? And when you tell people who've never worked in New York, oh, dude, you don't understand. It's like if you're funny with no bullshit, it's like driving on a 5-lane highway with no body on the road.
Yeah.
And if you just have padded garbage material,
right,
it's like sitting in fucking traffic on the 405.
Oh, yeah. You won't last long. Yeah, exactly. Now, so when you started stand-up in LA here, where did you start at, like the store, going to the open mic potluck there? Like, so you started back in the day, like kind of like.
I started literally
in the 80s, right?
Yeah, I started 1980. Let's see, February 86, I started Paramount. So February 87 is when I started doing stand-up. Mm-hmm. The boom had like just taken off.
Right.
And I started, so I was on a soap opera.
Okay, which one?
Santa Barbara.
Oh, I mean, I never saw it, but I remember coming out here as a vacation in the mid-90s as a kid, and I remember like Santa Barbara. Like, was
it still on then?
I think I remember.
Probably.
Like that's the only thing I knew about. I didn't even know Santa Barbara was a real city. It just was like, oh, it's a TV show. I've heard of it.
It was a sitcom on NBC. I got lucky. I got a small little role.
Nice.
And it turned into like a couple of little other roles, and then that was it. And they fired me because I thought I was the star.
Really? Did you just take over the set? Where you're like, who the fuck is this guy?
No, dude, I had no guidance. I was a kid. I was living in a house with my high school drama teacher.
Really?
And her smoking hot friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like Three's Company.
Oh, yeah.
And I was 20. I was a guard at Paramount.
Uh-huh.
And one of the other girl's cousin was like the casting director on Santa Barbara.
Right.
He comes over for Christmas Eve dinner. And we're just sitting at the dinner table. And he's like, oh, I got something we're shooting on the 3rd. You want the part? You can have it. I need some.
Nice. You didn't even have to audition.
I was like.
See, that's like I feel like I got here way too late to LA. I'm always like an old soul. I feel like I either wanted to be here like in the 50s and 60s or the 80s.
Right.
And now I'm just like, I moved here in 2003, and it's like, who gives a shit?
By the way, you said something very interesting. It's why I really, really love being around you. It's like why I connected to you when we first met.
Right.
And it's why I wish we could spend more time together. You are an old soul.
I am. When I was like 10, I felt like I was like 50.
Same here. I mean, when I started playing drums, that's another story. But not to digress. Yeah. So the comedy thing, it just happened. Like I was on Santa Barbara,
and you were an actor first. I mean, you still are, but like you started acting, right?
I was studying with Stella Adler. I studied with Stella Adler. She was my teacher. And I did this little thing on Santa Barbara, got fired because I looked into the camera and I said to the director, do you think we could do that again?
Play it up to it, yeah.
And I was like
and what'd you have?
Player.
Like you had like under five line? Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the end of Rich.
That's the hard part with because I did like a 2-line thing on General Hospital when I first got out here, and I was like, it was literally like my first TV acting thing, and I was like, what do I do? Do I just say? You get so nervous over like, hello, doctor, or whatever the fuck you say.
Show up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Exactly.
Do the lines.
That's it.
Go home.
Don't think about it. Yeah.
I take duct tape with me now when I'm booked on acting jobs.
Yeah.
I show up. I put duct tape over my mouth. When they call me to go on the set, I take it off. I do the work. I put it back on. I go back to my dressing room.
It's like we're not De Niro. We don't have like carte blanche of like, well, I think this guy would do this. Like no one cares. It's like we got to get out of here.
But I was studying with Stella Adler.
I know.
And she trained.
That's the idea you go into with. Yeah.
So I thought, I wasn't feeling that scene. So I'm going to ask the director, do you think we could go back and... Meanwhile, Rory Calhoun is standing next to me.
On the set of Santa Barbara. Right. So much drama behind the scenes.
So I got my job at Paramount, met Mark Price,
right,
who was Skippy on Family Ties
I remember that. Yeah.
And Mark's the one who was like, "Oh my God, you're so funny. You should do stand-up." I'm like, "I do Shakespeare in the Park."
Right. Now through Mark Price. Now I heard that you used to hang out with Michael J. Fox.
I did.
Right. Is that how you met him, through Mark Price?
Well, my very first job at Paramount, like my first job was I was part-time guard, and a Friday night they said, "You're going to work set watch on Family Ties."
Okay.
So my job was to sit in the hallway where the dressing rooms were.
That's awesome.
And guard the dressing rooms during the shoot night.
See, that's amazing to me, because like these are the shows like I'm growing up with, like as a middle school kid, and I'm just like, oh my God, these shows are amazing, Yeah, and you lived to be around that shit.
Dude, I saw Meredith Baxter Burney in her underwear.
Oh my God.
But the truth is, I was really meant to be there.
Right.
The universe did this. This is bigger than me. 3 weeks prior to me getting hired at Paramount, I was pumping gas at a mobile station on the corner of Noble and Ventura in Sherman Oaks.
A full service station? Were those around back then?
Yep.
Yeah.
We used to call it the Noble Mobile.
Okay.
Okay. So I got a job. I didn't know what I was doing. I was 20. Like I wanted to act 19, whatever. And a guy walks in, like this disheveled looking dude walks in who I kind of recognized. And he was like, "Hey, you guys have a gas can? My car broke down the block and And the guy's like, "Get the fuck out of here." And I'm looking at the guy and I realized it was Michael J. Fox. And I said to the dude, the guy running the gas station, I'm like, "Hey man, that guy's on a TV show, like relax."
And this is like what, like 1984?
This is literally, this would have been September. This would have either been the last week of August or first week of September, 1985.
So this is like when he just finished filming, or no. Before Back to the Future. He was on Family Ties. Right.
He had done one movie called Midnight Madness with Eddie Deason. Yeah,
I've seen that.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Yeah.
So he did that, and that was it. So Michael J. Fox walks into the Noble Mobile, and he's like, "Hey, you guys got a gas can? You know, my car ran out of gas." And the guy's like, "Get the fuck out of here." And I totally recognized him. So I looked at Michael. I go, "You know what? My shift is over in 5 minutes. Wait. I'll fill the gas can." So I gave Michael a ride to his car, black Nissan 300ZX. Okay. We filled his tank, got him gas. I brought the gas tank back to, whatever. That was that. I thought I'd never see him again. And I was like, should I have asked him? Should I have said something? Should I have been like, "Hey,
yeah.
Okay. So the first day on the set, when I got that Friday where I'm hired to do set watch, I show up. It's like 3 p.m. because the shoot is at 6. So you get there at like 3. I'm standing next to the craft service. Michael J. Fox walks up to the craft service table. I swear to God, it's a true story.
And he remembers you.
Dude, they told me in the security office, be invisible. Don't talk to the talent.
Don't look at the talent.
They didn't know I was already wanted to be in. They didn't know. I lied. I told them I wanted to be a security guard.
Of course. Well, everyone is like, they don't want actors around other actors.
So Michael J. Fox walks up to the table.
Yeah.
And I'm standing at the table just getting a juice, right? And he walks up to me and he goes, "Wait a minute." And he looks at me. And he points, "I know you.
You're the guy that helped me.
I know you. How do I know you?" And now people are like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he's just pointing at me. And now people are noticing, "Oh, is Michael J. Fox in trouble?"
Right.
So now there's like 10 people gathered around the craft service table. And it was like, "Are you okay?" And Michael's like, "I know this guy. How do I know you?"
They're about to kick you off set.
I don't want to embarrass Michael and say, "Dude, you fucking ran out of gas." And I'm like, you know what I mean? So literally I said, I looked at him, sense of humor kicks in, and I go, "Permission to approach the bench, Your Honor?" And he goes, "What?" I go, "Dude, come here." And he leans in, I go, "You ran out of gas and I was at the gas station." And he goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "I ran out of gas about 3 weeks ago and this guy helped me get gas." I'm like, "Oh, great."
That's awesome.
Guy. Totally great guy. Right.
So now were you guys like friends after that? Hanging out and stuff?
We became friends and we hung out, and we would go up to his house in Laurel Canyon and drink moose heads, and we hung out. And Michael's a good guy. Good man. I would love to see him.
Did you lose touch with him? Obviously,
he
became a big movie star.
No, I saw him after that. In fact, he walked into a restaurant I was eating at one night. I was with a girl, and Michael walked in with his publicist Nancy Ryder, who rest in peace. She recently passed. She passed away a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And Michael walks in and sees me in the restaurant, sits down, looks at Nancy, goes, "I'll be right back." Gets up. Everybody watches Michael J. Fox walk across the restaurant to me, my table. Big hug. Oh, we played music at the Cheers Christmas party together.
That's awesome. See, the Cheers Christmas party you got to go to. That's pretty. See, this
we crashed it.
This is like there's the golden age of Hollywood, and then there's that era. I think that's what I always think about.
Then there's must see TV.
Right? Yeah.
There's
TGIF.
There's Bogart and then Boner.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, now it's like no one watches any of this shit. I feel like it's like now there's too much to watch. So all right. Yeah. So back to your stand-up beginning. So you would pal around with Hedberg and Panette and like all these.
Back then, when I started, everyone was accessible.
Right.
I swear to God.
People just hanging out at the store, the improv,
Dude,
everyone.
What I'm going to tell you is 100% true. Mm-hmm. On any given night between the Comedy Store and the old Laugh Factory, and I go like this because the Laugh Factory used to be a tiny little room that held 80 people.
Was it in the same location?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
But the showroom where the stage is, that was Ah Fong's Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
So when you walk into the Laugh Factory, the stage was opposite the door, facing the door, running long.
Interesting.
You can still see the old stage. It's still there. If
right,
I took
okay.
you in, I'd show it to you.
All
Right. So that's how the Laugh Factory was. So on any night, there were only 15 or 20 open micers.
Yeah.
That's all there were.
That's nice.
There weren't 5,000.
Yeah, like now.
Showing up at every night. There were 20 guys.
Yeah.
And you knew them.
Yeah.
All of them. Because you showed up with them every night and stood in line.
Right.
With the same 20 guys.
Right.
And everybody got on.
That's amazing. I mean, I can't even fathom that now. Like,
yeah.
it's like,
15
it's unbelievable.
of them sucked.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you've been finding ways to pass the time with your the Funny Wino episodes that you've been producing.
Thanks to Claude Stewart.
Yeah. Oh, was that his idea?
Yeah.
Was
totally.
it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Claude. Yeah.
Claude was like, you should do something. You know, if you're ever going to do anything with that, man, you should like start doing a wine. I'm like, oh my God.
Totally. Let's listen to an episode right now. A real quick one.
I'm Richard Chassler, the Funny Wino, and a lot of people have been messaging me and asking me, what am I pulling out of the cellar and drinking during the great lockdown of 2020? So tonight, Syrah, a big, rich, lush Syrah from Washington State. Tonight, I'm drinking the Ex-Umbris Syrah, the 2016 from the Owen Rowe Winery in Washington State. This is amazing wine. Syrah is a big, rich, lush grape, blackberry pie filling, flavor profile, cola, mint, bacon fat, licorice, mocha, cocoa.
Bacon fat.
All right.
Oh my God. So this is you were kind of a wine expert, I'm guessing. I didn't know that about you.
I collect.
Okay. Do you have like a wine like cellar or a cabinet or whatever?
No, I have 500 bottles of wine.
Really?
I've got storage.
Wow.
With about 300, and I keep about 200 at home at all times.
Very cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Honestly,
so you're just breaking out the bottles during quarantine. You're like, now's the time to fucking drink.
I'm drinking stuff. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm drinking stuff. Although I'm not gonna lie, I recognize that. That was the very first one.
Right.
And the least funny of all of them.
Well, yeah, this is the April 13th, I guess, right?
Could not, I mean, it took me about 3 episodes to stop writing the jokes.
Right.
And just riffing through it.
Right.
You know?
Now, do you pair these with a meal?
Yeah.
You've been cooking as well.
Cooking like a madman.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good idea for a show for you. I mean, I like it. I mean, I watched a couple of them, and I thought it was like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like drinking wine. I don't know enough about it like you do. You know, have you ever gone for like your sommelier license or anything like that?
I think I'm going to, everyone tells me that I should get my level 2.
Right.
Just because I'll pass it. I mean, I can blind taste, and like if you put 4 different red wines in front of me, I can look at them and say, that's the Pinot, that's the Cab, that's the Syrah, and that's the Bordeaux.
Well, good to know, because we're going to do that right now. We're going to do a taste test with Richard Chassler.
Look at you!
All right, so now here is a sampling of.
This is not fair. It's not fair because.
Now you're not going to be able to see the bottle or anything.
It's probably cheap, terrible wine.
Well, you're the expert, so you're going to tell me, and then we'll reveal what it is.
This is cheap, terrible wine. I'll tell you what it smells like. I'll tell you what this wine smells like.
Be descriptive here.
Do you want the descriptors first?
We want it all.
All right,
we want the full thing.
You're so fucking cool, bro. We're going tasting. All right. Well, the wine wasn't kept at the right temperature, and it's definitely high alcohol. I'm going to say 14 to 14.5%.
All right. Let's see.
If it says 13.5, there's a plus or minus of 0.5% on that.
All right. It is 13%.
Okay. It smells hot, we would say.
Okay. Hot.
High alcohol. It's got blue fruit and dark fruit. That means blueberries, blackberries, boysenberry.
All kinds of berries. Good to know.
Lot of blue fruit, black fruit. lilac.
Delicious.
And some greenery, green pepper, basil. This, to me, smells like a Cabernet that's blended with Merlot and maybe Petit Verdot. And I think it comes from a winery that probably produces 600,000 cases of this wine. Not small production.
All right, you're pretty spot on. I'm guessing.
That's what
I don't know
think.
if it's a 2018 bottle, so nothing but the best here on this show.
By the way, that's 2 years old. That's about right. You want me to taste it?
Yeah, taste it.
Okay, hold on.
That's for you. Yeah.
That's all just off the nose. I haven't even tasted the wine yet.
All right. I don't have a spit bucket, so.
That's definitely Cab and Merlot for sure.
Yeah.
The blue fruit, when you taste it, and I'll tell you why they put Merlot in Cabernet. It tastes like blueberry. Like the first thing you taste isn't like the cassis or the oak that you would get on a really good cab.
Yeah.
You're getting the Merlot, the blue
Merlot
fruit, which they use to smooth out the tannins in the Cabernet.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to reveal what it is. It is nothing but the best, of course. It is Kirkland Cabernet.
No, it's not.
From Costco.
I'm going to tell you what that is. By the way,
it's California. And yeah, you are right about the 6,000 cases or whatever.
But I'm going to tell you, Kirkland buys that wine from wineries' overages.
Do they?
So I can literally look up that wine and I'll tell you what's like. That could be Dow.
It could be anything. Yeah.
No, it could be like Dow Cabernet.
It's $6. I'll tell you that.
Right, but it's probably 20 originally on release.
Right.
The winery that put that wine out dumps their overages to Costco.
Interesting.
Costco buys it, rebottles it as Kirkland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's actually not bad.
It's not bad.
Not
I
at
mean,
all.
for us, we're like, like we'll get it. We'll get like a good bottle when we go out to eat or something like that. But like we usually here, we just like we're drinking to get drunk during this quarantine, and we're like, this is a big bottle for $6-7. Why not?
Listen to what I'm telling you. If you're going to buy anything cheap like that, Kirkland is 100% the way to go.
Yeah.
Because it's not cheap wine. Look, I can get it down.
Yeah. No, exactly.
I'm not going, this is so bad. I can't
No,
even
it's
drink
not $2 Chuck or anything like that. you know?
Bogle.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's wines, people go, taste this. I'm like,
No,
I
it's
can't.
shit. Yeah,
I can't.
exactly.
But I'm telling you, what Kirkland wine is not Kirkland wine.
Right.
It's what do they say? It's retagged.
Retagged.
It's retagged.
Rebottled, retagged wine.
Totally.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
So you're getting really actually decent wine.
Exactly.
No problem with it
All right.
whatsoever.
Good to know. Good
That
to
was
know.
a fun game.
I'll buy a case of it. All
Are
right.
you impressed that I know
I am impressed. Yeah, exactly. All right. We're going to take a break with Richard Chassler, and we'll be back with his asshole stories right after this.
Hang tight. We'll be back with this week's asshole right after this. You're listening to the I'm an Asshole with Doug Bass podcast.
All right, we are back with Richard Chassler, stand-up comic, actor, filmmaker. And we also had a drop-in with Rob DaRocha.
Dear friends.
Hey, what's up, man?
He just showed up. He was like standing outside the house, and I was like,
I was stalking you.
like, what are you doing here?
outside.
And he's like, I heard Richard Chassler was on the show tonight. Can I get an autograph? And I was like, why don't you come in and sit next to him?
Oh my! This is my dream come true. It's happening right now.
See, Rob does it.
I'm here with Chasler myself.
We're gonna play a quick game
He
called.
was casing the place.
We're gonna play a quick game called Guess
casing.
Who the Real Chasler Is. All right. Guess who the real Chasler is. Welcome to Guess Who the Real Richard Chassler Is. We have the real Richard Chassler on the
Are
left,
we really gonna play a game?
and then we have the fake Richard Chassler on the right.
Is this
All
something?
It's a 1970s game show thing.
It is, yeah. All right.
What are-
There you go. All right, so let's hear the real Richard Chassler first.
Hi, I'd like the scrambled eggs, please, with the American cheese, but I'd like the American cheese scrambled into the eggs, please. And then I'd like the bagel toasted, but could you please toast it twice, not once? I'd like it crispy, so could you
Okay,
please
wait,
toast
stop.
it
We're not going to play
twice?
this game. That's too much. And second of all, that's too much Chasler. And third of all, that was like the longest order that if I was a waitress, I'd be like, dude, stop talking. Could you just stop talking? We're at a truck stop.
Come on, that's all I gave you was eggs and a bagel.
No, it wasn't. How long was that order? That was like a 15 seconds.
It was long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually when you go to a place, you say, hey, I'm going to order the bacon and... Yeah.
I'll give you another one. Ready? Hi, I'd like
Ready?
I'd like the number 4, please.
The number 4.
And could you make the eggs well done?
All right.
No, but see, they can't play the game of
I
who's
know.
the Chasler because he's always
I
going
know.
first.
Plus, he's also on video, so they're gonna know.
Oh my God, Jesus! How are we gonna play it? No, we can't play this game.
How funny would it be if someone actually got it wrong?
Everyone has lost. Everyone has lost this game. Rob, do your Richard Chassler real quick.
It's so good. It's so good.
I can't do it on the spot. It's gonna be
come
like
on! What do you mean you can't do it on the spot? What if I just hired? What if I hired you to play Richard Chassler in the Richard Chassler
Oh
story?
my goodness, I would make so much money. I would be
All right, that's
thousands of dollars.
There you go. All right.
I would.
Rob DaRocha
Can I-
as Richard
Can I
Chassler,
get
everyone.
a toasted bagel with cheese not melted on top? Can I get a rabbi
I think we need
bless
to
it in the back?
develop a pilot called The Two Chasslers, and it's just you two on the road.
That would be hilarious.
Could you please? Could you order the food? It'd be like you and Woody Allen. I think that's what I think.
Elon Gold says I'm a cross between Woody Allen and Lenny Bruce.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's great. It's
That's
like,
Elon Gold.
oh my goodness. That's a great
Now
combination.
you guys both have something else in common besides both being Richard Chassler at times.
We both like to fuck.
That's right.
No.
All right. Well, that I guess you have.
Oh, we both like to masturbate.
All right.
We both have Harleys and go to Sturgis without masks.
Okay.
No, we don't do that, but that's good. We certainly
These
do
are all
that.
wrong, but
We're both Jewish.
is
We
Rob-
both grew up in the valley.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's true. We
Yeah.
definitely did.
Yeah, and you both have opened for Nick Swartzen.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
There you go. All right.
We've been on the road together, Rob and I.
Yes.
There you go. See, that's
we were on the
where I
road
was
twice.
that's where I was going
We
with
have
your
road
comedy
stories.
careers.
We have road stories.
This asshole
Oh my god.
Here's one.
fell into the bushes and lost his glasses.
Really?
I lost my
Where was
glasses.
this? Where was this, Richard? Do you remember this?
Naples, Florida.
Oh, I've been there. Off the Hook.
Off the hook.
Oh yeah, I performed there once.
yeah.
it was off the
Look, we
hook.
all have that in common.
It
There we
was
go.
off the
Yeah, it
hook.
was pretty amazing.
Fuck.
But we went to a bar, obviously, after
And
the show.
it was
Yeah.
Nick's birthday weekend.
Okay.
So we were just all drunk.
It was
Yeah,
just ridiculousness.
And this guy fell in the bushes and lost his glasses.
Reading glasses?
His,
Oh my god.
No, my
he couldn't
prescription
read.
glasses.
Oh,
He couldn't see.
you couldn't see anything.
He was blind as a bat.
Oh my god. So did you find them? What happened?
Yes,
The next
he did.
day, I say to Rob, I need the keys to the rent-a-car. I have to go back to the bar. I know.
No, he didn't say to Rob. He said, Rob, can you give me a ride?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
First
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
And
"Will
I
you drive
said,
me?"
fuck you. Here's
Totally
the
true.
keys.
Totally true.
Why do I need to drive you?
So it sounds like you
Am I
guys,
your driver?
Right.
it sounds like you guys get along pretty well on the road.
Oh, no, we
too.
get along great.
That's
I
great.
love
no,
her.
no.
Are you kidding?
That's
love-
great because
No,
I
we
feel like
talk to each other like brothers.
In
Yeah.
fact, the funny thing is about that trip was Nick fucked us. He told us to fly into
Don't
the.
say that. Whoa. That can be taken out of context.
I can.
Whoa,
I can take that
jeez.
sound clip and turn it into whatever.
And no, Nick gave us the wrong information and told
Right.
us to fly into the wrong city. So instead,
What city did you fly into?
Wait, am I right?
Oh, this asshole was sleeping the entire time.
The Naples airport is
oh
right
my
there.
God, here's a story.
We flew into Orlando.
Oh, that's fucking far.
Yeah, exactly.
hours.
So it was
Oh my
like 4
God.
hours away. So it
Come
was like
on. Didn't you
a
look up
road
the club
trip?
to see where it was?
an hour and a half. We listened to Nick. Nick was flying to Orlando.
Never listened
It
to
was
Nick.
it was a road trip planned with another road trip.
Right.
And like I had to sign whatever. It was like this and that.
Right.
And then I had to drive and I'm driving and I'm like, I'm getting tired and sleepy. And this guy's just like just sleeping the whole way. After like I
Maybe it
went
was
more
a
than
test to see if you guys could survive
more
getting
than
from Orlando to
halfway.
Naples.
By the way, more than halfway, I finally pull over and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, yeah. So you can only drive. You're on the lease. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
dude.
who cares,
I'm falling
right?
asleep. You've been sleeping the entire time. And this guy's like, she's like, dude, motherfucker, you're gonna drive.
Dude, and not only that, this is totally true. And we traveled together that day.
Right.
And I'm a guy who doesn't like to wait in the airport. And I fly American, and I'm platinum on American.
I'm American too.
And I get upgraded, and it all works.
Yeah.
But with Nick,
Mr.
it's Delta.
Fancy Pants.
Right, Mr. Fancy Pants. But
Yeah.
Nick likes Delta, so he put us on a Delta flight.
Okay.
And now I'm like, oh, great. I'm flying in Delta, which I don't have miles on, so
Right.
I don't
They're
want
treating you like shit.
and I don't want to wait to board.
Like a peasant.
Like
Yeah.
a peasant. I don't want to wait to board, so I have a bad hip. I tell Rob, I got to pre-board. You can pre-board with me if you want to.
Oh my God, Richard,
No.
are you one of those pain in the ass passengers?
No.
Like, I'm just guessing.
No.
He is.
I am low maintenance passenger.
If I was a flight attendant, would I
Yes.
roll my eyes at you at times?
No, the flight attendants actually do me favors.
Okay.
I'm very lucky.
What kind of favors? What are we talking about?
If I ever can't get my
Hand
upgrade
job.
from LA to New York
Yeah.
on American, because that's the hardest leg to get,
Yeah.
they'll still bring me the good wine.
Oh,
into
not the
coach.
wine that I gave you.
Not the wine. No, actually, you gave me good wine. I told you.
Oh, no, I know.
is-
Kirkland, yeah.
Cannot
Costco.
go wrong
Is
with a
Kirkland fancy, really?
That's Costco.
No, like
Costco.
Kirkland underwear?
They
Yeah.
buy Kirkland buys their wine from wineries in like Napa and Paso, and then they retag it.
Yeah.
That's so funny because
Yes.
today I didn't even want to buy Kirkland underwear. I
I've
saw
bought
it and it was
Kirkland
less
underwear.
expensive.
No, I bought that at Costco.
At
Kirkland underwear.
Costco, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Do you belong to Costco?
Yeah, I went to Costco today. Yeah, I'm a Costco member.
We should go to Costco together.
I love Costco.
Oh, we
love
should
going
all go to Costco together.
Oh, I love
Did you
going there.
know that?
No more appetizers.
Did you know
Very
you
sad.
don't need a Costco card to walk into Costco to buy alcohol?
No, I didn't know that.
They can't restrict you from buying alcohol.
They've been asking.
It's America.
They've been asking for
It's
the card.
America.
They've been
America.
asking for your
Right.
card when you enter during COVID.
They do, but then all you have to say is, "I'm just buying."
Why is
liquor."
that? Why is that allowed?
It has something to do with the liquor law.
Really?
Yeah,
Maybe I'll quit and just buy booze there then.
that's the thing. Yeah, you don't need to actually have the.
Every
card.
time I go, I
Read the
spend
law.
$400.
It's Section 824 in the law that if you buy alcohol at Costco, you can.
Oh my God.
You don't need the
I gotta look into
card.
You don't need.
Let me tell you how to save 50.
Yes.
You don't need the
Two
card.
Richard Chasslers on the same
Just
couch.
buy-
The chest
same time.
with the hands going up.
My
Listen.
whole life changed. the
This
day
is
I
insane.
stopped.
No, you know what was funny is watching Nick do Chasler, and then, I mean, I think that would be. It's
Nick
just
does
so,
a Chasler impression.
Oh,
also.
he
we
does
need
it
to
better
get the
than I.
we need to get the
I'm
three
more
of
like
you,
Nick's
the three of you
impersonation.
together doing Richard Chassler impressions.
Nick's impression of me is literally, I'm telling you, it's like, it's a great impression
It's
of me.
so good. His
dusted
mom.
with Woody Allen, like,
You know what I want to do? If
Oh yeah, he does with
he
the
gives
hands.
me a little bit of Woody Allen.
If Nick ever agrees to do this show, I want the three of you on here, and then I know exactly hysterical.
that would be great.
No, but like we would do an improv exercise where Nick would start off with Richard Chassler. He says one word as you, and then
Right.
you have to continue, and you have to do the whole sentence.
I
you know?
love that game.
Yeah, it's a
I
great
love
game.
that.
Yeah.
great.
That's a
game.
great one.
I
Yeah.
know.
Let's see if we can get him here. I don't think he.
He might
Maybe
do
when
it,
maybe when he gets back to LA, we'll see.
he might
he
do it
does.
over,
Zoom, maybe.
maybe.
Yeah, who knows? All right, so this is the I'm an Asshole show, and Richard does have a few asshole stories or moments. So, Richard, is there a time in your life that you may have been an asshole, an isolated incident, a chunk of time? Are you one right now? Whatever you would like to share with our audience.
Me?
Never. He's not an asshole.
I just came for the first half. I don't qualify. for the
Oh, so
second
you
half.
yeah, okay, gotcha.
Kidding.
That's how people like, yeah, they say
It's
they're
funny
not an
about
asshole.
being on the show is that when I posted on Facebook or like, and I knew someone was going
I
to do
know,
it, and I
yeah,
said it
yeah.
on the show
Yeah.
too. I'm like, yeah, someone's going to be, yeah, sounds about right. You know,
Someone
like,
told me the other day. Someone told me they're like, well, you have like the sweet spot because you just bring everyone on, and they're the assholes, and you don't really say. I'm like, I dip into it here and there, and as we go on, I'll get more into
Yeah,
my
but you're
stuff.
hosting a show called I'm an Asshole.
Right. I'm
And
saying
you're the
I'm already
host.
admitting that I'm an asshole.
Exactly. So you already look bad. So some people in your life whoever it is in your life that maybe you kind of not screwed over, but they saw it that way. You're the villain in their
Right,
story.
right.
Now thinks right now. I know I can think of like one person right now that I'm like a villain in their story. I'm like, ugh. Like,
I have a lot of people that you're villain in their stories.
It's always good to be the villain. The villain is the part you want.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something.
All
It
right.
is the truth. When I started doing stand-up comedy at 20 years old, I got turned on by a guy named Steve-O, the original Steve-O from the Howard Stern Show and the Underworld.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so Steve and I are very good friends. Stephen Winehouse, or Steve Oakes, if you look for him online.
Right.
So Steve turned me on to Lenny Bruce in a big fat way. And I own every Lenny Bruce album. I've read Lenny Bruce's autobiography. I've read every book written about Lenny Bruce. And Lenny Bruce said something very brilliant. Lenny Bruce said, "We are all the same asshole."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the fucking truth. We're all the same asshole. Trying every day to get through life, doing things we have to do to get through life. Sometimes we slip. Sometimes we pull ourselves up above the bar.
That's
but
true.
No matter what, we're all grinding the same way, trying to get out to where the light is.
Right. The light at the end of the tunnel.
You know what I'm saying? And it somehow in that race or that thing that we're trying to propel forward, we all tend to take on a lot of the same traits in order to keep that forward motion going, you know?
Right.
And I think it was a brilliant statement because we are all the same fucking asshole. And sometimes we snap and sometimes we...
And some people will admit it and some people won't.
That's the biggest asshole answer to being an asshole.
That's Richard's asshole story.
Exactly.
He's like,
That's
someone
my
else
asshole
said that I was an asshole.
No.
Someone else said we're all assholes, and that's my asshole
said I'm
story.
an asshole.
All right, so here's
So let me tell you this.
here's my first...
Everyone's an asshole.
Right.
But me.
And Richard has left the building.
I don't even know why I'm on this show because I don't have an asshole
All right.
story.
Richard's going to confess.
Wait,
now.
hold on. Can we do
Here's my
Michael
first-
J. Fox stories on here or no?
We talked
we
about
did.
him before.
Oh, really?
But we can get
Was
back
he
in.
the
We
didn't do
asshole?
any
We can get
Hedberg,
back
though.
into that.
We didn't do any Hedberg. We'll save Hedberg.
Well, Richard
We'll
had
put it on
lovely
the
things
time.
to say about Michael J. Fox.
He's an amazing guy. We'll save the Hedberg stuff for next time.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
By the way, we're sponsored by Truly. I don't
No,
know
we're
if you
not.
knew that.
We're also sponsored
I wish we
apparently
were.
by Negro Modelo.
I wish we were. Yeah, we probably should cover these up on video.
And
but
we're also sponsored by some dispensary. I'm not sure which
Kirkland
one.
Wine.
And Kirkland Wine.
And cocaine.
All right, here's my first asshole story. And this
All right.
is
Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
So I had just moved back to New York in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a native New Yorker, and I know New York City, and I'm one of those guys who's just like, when I got to get somewhere, I got to get somewhere.
Right.
Okay?
In a rush.
Everyone in New York
Of
City
course.
is in a rush. And it's just the way it is.
I see that in the movies.
And the shitty thing about that is you make everybody else your victim.
Right.
Okay? And I got in a taxi cab on 42nd Street and Park Avenue right in front of the train, right in front of Grand Central Station.
Right. Okay.
Okay? And I had to head west, cross town.
Yeah.
Now, what a lot of people don't know is in New York City, it's laid out beautifully because all the avenues run up and down and
Right.
all of the streets go this
Yeah.
way, but all of the odd streets run east to west, and all the even streets run west to east. So I got this cab at 42nd Street right when I got off the train at Grand Central, and I
Lucky.
was late, and I had to get across town, and I got in the cab, and I said to the guy, I got to get across town, just take 42nd Street. I'll deal with it, but I got to get to 9th Avenue and 42nd Street.
Right.
Okay, I got you. Now, this was October.
Was he Jewish?
October of
Or was
2001.
Was he Asian? Who was that?
So this was right after 9/11.
I moved back to New York right after 9/11.
Okay.
So I get in the guy's cab, and he says, I have a good idea. And he made a right.
He's Asian.
No, he was.
He's white. What are you talking about?
I don't know if this accent keeps coming out.
No.
Why are you jujudging what he sounds
No,
like,
it's
Rob?
funny 'cause it's funny when the accent comes out. Okay, go ahead.
Now who's the asshole?
Go ahead.
So the guy, I get in the cab right at 42nd Street and Park Avenue, and he pulls forward, makes a right at the light, and a left on 43rd Street. And
Okay, what does
43rd
that mean?
Street-
Wait,
I'm going to tell you what that means. It means that he's now on a small street that only has one lane to travel on, not
Right.
three like.
And those
42nd
streets get held up all the time.
Thank you very much,
Rob,
So
you've
now-
never been to New York, have you?
So now I'm fucking sitting.
That's why this story's like.
Rob's like, where is this? No.
Well, let me tell the fucking story. You
All right.
fucking asshole. No, I was kidding.
So now Richard's getting pissed. All right,
yeah,
go ahead.
well, this is what happened
Go
in the
ahead.
back of the cab. So now I'm on 43rd Street with nowhere to go, and he's locked down, and I'm in a hurry, and I flip on the guy.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, what the fuck? How could you fucking do this to me? I told you to stay on 42nd Street. Why would you do this? You got on a small street that has clearly no way to... Sir, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And he was Middle Eastern.
Uh-huh.
Okay? He was Middle Eastern. And I'm screaming at the guy. And he's trying his best to get me through.
And you're just stuck? You're like at a standstill?
At one point, we're at a standstill. Then he's getting me through, and my phone rings. And I grab the phone, and it's my lawyer in L.A., and I'm talking to him. Then I hang up, and we're still not even at 6th Avenue yet. And I'm like, and you're still on 43rd Street? You haven't even made the left to get onto 42nd Street and then make a right and be able to travel with this woman? Like, what are you doing?
You want to fire him right there.
And the guy was like, listen, I'm really sorry. You know, I've only been here for a couple of years. I was a doctor.
Oh, what year was this?
2001, bro. This was 6 weeks after 9/11.
This is post 9/11.
Listen. No, this really affected me this day. Like, that's why I'm telling the story. Like, I had a cathartic experience this day.
This is your asshole story about, like, fucking just the guy not going the right way?
That's exactly...
The way you told him to
Okay, you're not a fucking New Yorker, bro.
Okay, all right.
Rob, if you're going to talk, use the mic, by the way.
I'm sorry about that.
And also, let Richard get through this story first.
Right,
I'm going to mute you.
So I fucking laid the guy out. I totally laid him out. And he turns around and he says to me, listen, I'm really sorry. I thought I was doing the right thing. He said, I'm not a taxi cab driver. I was a doctor. And I was forced to leave my country, and I came here, and I'm trying my best. Like...
So he needed a job in America.
He was just so trying to do something for me. And I so absolutely did not give him the space to do that.
Right.
And when he looked at me, I could see in his eyes, he said to me, you know, we are all one people, and I know the 9/11 and blah, 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 and I'm trying, and I'm so sorry, and I just really...
So he was just trying to...
And I started to cry.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I started to cry in the back of the cab.
Right. You felt like an asshole, obviously.
Total asshole.
But that's something that most of us would do in a rush in New York, or even here with an Uber driver or some shit
And
like
it's
that.
wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong because the guy who picks you up is literally, his goal is to make a buck. Like, he's trying to make money. He's not trying to make money.
Right, yeah,
So
yeah.
he wants to get tipped. He wants the trip to go faster so he can then get another drug.
Right, he wants another fare.
And
yeah.
I fucking laid this guy out like I was King Jones.
Yeah.
And he had no fucking business picking me up.
Right.
And when he looked me dead in the fucking eyes and he went, I'm so sorry. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, he hit me, man.
He's learning. He's learning on the job.
But
yeah.
so did I.
Yeah.
That's learning on
everyone
the
learned a
job.
lesson from that. I mean,
And I broke down. And I said to him, listen, I am so sorry. You're right. I had to cop it. I said, I have no business taking that tone with you. I was out of line. I get it. Like, we all make mistakes. I know you were trying. Like, he was so earnest and beautiful.
Just trying to make a buck. Yeah.
And I was so fucked up and such a fucking asshole.
And then you were late to your meeting.
And I tipped the guy $20. I was totally late, but I didn't care. Like, I tipped the guy $20.
It didn't matter at that point, yeah.
And I told him, like, you're right, and I'm sorry. Like, I couldn't apologize enough to the guy when I got out of the car.
Right. So how? So you apologized after you got to your destination? Is that what happened?
No, I told you I broke down in the back
Was it
of the car.
was it an awkward ride all the way there?
No, because he was so okay about it. He was like, I understand. He was like, I get, like, because here's a guy who watched me oppress myself. And he is used to being oppressed.
Right.
So he was able to tell me, like, forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's okay. You
Well,
know,
he's a very understanding guy, it sounds like.
He literally said to me, I am Muslim. What religion are you? I said, I'm Jewish. He said, you and I pray to the same God. He said, don't ever think for 1 second that we are not brothers. Like, he was
nice.
so amazing about it. But as you can tell, like, even I get worked up about it to this day.
Yeah.
Because I was so fucking far out of line.
And you learned a lesson. Like, so now I'm
Huge.
sure every time you get into an Uber or, a taxi or whatever, I'm sure even if you're in a rush, obviously there's shit that happens,
It created a massive opening for me.
Yes, Rob.
Rob, go ahead.
Use the microphone this time.
No, what's funny is
So I didn't mean to kill the comedy.
No. This is also
that's what I. That was a real story.
First of all, this show is also therapeutic because people are admitting that they are assholes or have been an asshole.
Yeah.
So it's like for them to revisit a moment in their life, they may feel vulnerable at times, and it's about revisiting and learning, but also poking fun of it, like as we're all comedians.
But you yelled at him did you tell him to go down the street, or he just went down the street?
I said stay on 42nd.
And he
made the right and the left on 43rd. And I flipped on the guy.
And if he's new to New York, driving in New York is a fucking pain
nightmare.
In the ass. Yeah.
So back to that story about Naples, when we went to Naples.
It's all about Rob.
Richard driver.
No, that driver, dude. Like, you apologized to him, and you guys had a moment where the point, like that's. I don't think that's much of an asshole story. That's what I'm saying. Like,
well, he was an asshole to the driver.
Such an asshole.
No, but you apologized, and that thing washes away the assholeness, because the fact is, he also asked you what religion you were, and he talked to you.
But that was after he apologized.
So if this after he flipped out on him, I get that.
The redemption doesn't excuse the fact that I still burned the guy's house down.
Right.
He could forgive me for it,
Yeah.
but I still torched his house.
I get that.
I own that behavior.
Yeah.
And by owning that behavior, it keeps me conscious.
You know, I think I saw this whole thing on Taxi Cab Confessions. You didn't even know you were on that. Add that to your resume. Hold on.
That's
hilarious. So
what's funny about that story is, because when we were going to Naples and we were going to catch an Uber to Naples, and this guy, we're supposed to wait at Kitchen 24 to get for Nick, and then Nick didn't show up. So he usually doesn't.
Yeah. And he really orchestrated this whole trip perfectly.
So then we're in there, and I'm waiting to order an Uber or whatever, and he's ordering a Lyft, because I don't do Uber.
You only do Lyft?
This was back when Uber had the bad rap a year and a half ago.
So he kept on
Lyft
saying,
was supposed to be friendlier.
So I was boycotting Uber and grapes.
I'm trying to finish my story. Just kidding.
No, Rob is right.
You guys could be on the two of you could be on this for hours.
No, this is a plane, trains, and automobiles. It was great. So he's just I don't do Uber. I'm
totally
he's like, so get Lyft, whatever. So I'm get Lyft. So he's waiting there. It's time passes on. We got to get to the airport at a certain time. And time's passing on. I'm where the fuck is the Lyft? He's I don't know. And then he's going in and then he goes outside, and finally the Lyft canceled. And I'm dude, then finally I ordered the Uber, right? And then finally, I don't know what he did, downloaded Uber or something like that, and ordered an Uber. And then he's freaking out with me, going which Uber's faster? Going crazy. When he gets into the Uber, the first thing he does is what?
He rips the guy apart.
No.
I'm kidding.
What
did I say to the guy was
He said, how dare you take Naples Avenue?
I probably got in the car and said to the guy,
after 9/11, I did this.
It was the same driver. He relocated to Florida.
That's exactly what happened. That's a surprise.
And he saw Richard and was get the fuck out.
Yeah, I was fucking.
and then you missed the show, and Swartzen's where the fuck are you?
What did you do? No, what did you do? I'm gonna let you say.
I don't remember. I think because we were drunk. We were drinking.
No, we weren't drinking. No.
Yes.
I wasn't drunk at that point. We weren't
now it comes out.
No.
All right. No, you guys were sober.
Right away, he gets in the Uber and starts telling the guy where to go.
Oh, I'm a guy who likes to go my way. I know. I've been living in LA longer than most people.
All right.
Okay.
All right? So I don't like Waze, because Waze.
I don't like Waze either.
Waze tried to take me over a walk bridge.
Oh yeah, they tell you to cross.
Yeah, a fucking thing
Wilshire,
that doesn't exist.
At a non-light.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So no. So I said to the guy, listen, could you do me a favor and just
No, you didn't say do me a favor. You just said you came in You came in hot, and you ordered him where to go, and then he fucking flipped out on you and got you to be quiet, and then it was quiet for the entire Uber ride.
Richard,
have you
driven for Uber ever?
15 years.
I did. For 3 weeks.
Okay, and how did you like that being on the other side of things?
That wasn't a problem for me. The problem was not making any money.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever encounter people ordering you around take this street, do that? No.
That's why
you didn't.
I'm the asshole.
You didn't encounter the other Richard Chassler yelling at you.
No,
listen.
I know everyone was really
I want
nice.
you to take Olympic. But that's why I find it funny. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just, you know,
I'm an
asshole.
person.
So I look at that story. It's like, is it really an asshole? Because you apologize, and I know you felt like an asshole, and you felt like a horrible person.
All right. Well, Rob doesn't think this is asshole enough worthy. I think it is. But Richard,
no, I think this guy's gone out with girls.
All right, so Richard has another story, maybe.
Yeah, no, I know, but I think Richard's got like stories about girls and
Actually,
like.
speak for yourself. The one place I've never been an asshole is with women.
Oh, all right.
I don't have an ex-girlfriend who can say he cheated on me, he hit me.
Really?
Not one. No, never.
No, not hit
In fact,
you.
here, I'll tell you an asshole story. I'll tell you my biggest girl asshole story, okay?
All right.
Okay, here, I'm replacing my second story right now.
Okay.
Just because we're in the moment, okay?
All right.
True fucking story. So I was dating a woman who is an actress, and we
Heather
were...
Locklear.
Oh, yeah. Did you bang Heather Locklear?
Yes. Why?
I read about that on the internet.
He said what?
All right, we'll edit that out.
Okay. Go
Not
ahead.
that she's listening.
That's good.
All right, so
I
go
don't know
ahead.
if she is, but yes, that in Palm
That is
Springs.
my favorite story.
That's a show, yeah, in Palm Springs.
Melrose Place.
Yep.
I believe it.
No, TJ Hooker.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's before my time.
This is 1988.
Did you do a
1988.
Shatner?
I took her to the comedy. You might have to cut all this out, but I took
Oh, my
her.
God. It's too late.
No.
This is live. This is live. You know that?
I'm not telling the story.
All right, good.
I'm not telling the story. But she was
Yeah,
a
don't-
lovely person, and she's
We get
Okay, so what happened with the
deep
asshole
here
story?
on the asshole show.
So
Sorry.
I am not a guy who is abusive to women. I'm not mean to women. I'm not shitty to women.
Right.
I have an older sister. I was taught about women by an older woman when I was 17. Like, I just am not that guy. I just never have been that guy.
Great.
I have definitely slept around with a lot of women on the
Okay,
road.
so wait, time
Hold
out,
on.
time out.
No, there's a comma there.
Okay.
But
He's not
I've
a
never
badass.
hit them. I've never abused them. I've never lied to them. There's a difference. We meet.
Is that your definition of an asshole if he hits a woman? How about you don't call him back?
Who doesn't call people back?
You've never not called
A lot of people
all
call
the women
people
on
back.
the road.
No, I always call people back.
All right.
In fact, for years and years and years, I had women friends like I would talk to on the phone when I'm on the road. I'd call girls in other states. Hey, I'm going to be in Kansas City in 2 weeks.
All right.
How are you kidding?
know
I get
what?
in touch with everybody.
You're right.
That's not my vibe.
Richard has an extensive little black book.
That is
Okay.
not my vibe.
All right.
Okay.
You got hoes in different area codes.
That is not my vibe. But I will tell you, I'm going to replace my second story.
Okay.
Here's an asshole story.
Go ahead.
So I was on the road in Detroit. I was working Chaplin's Comedy Club. I remember it like it was fucking yesterday.
Is that still there?
Chaplin's is no longer there. They had 3 locations. It was a great club owned by a really cool family. And
What city? What was it again?
Detroit, Michigan. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And they were awesome, and the place was great. And it was a John Yoder room. So I don't know if you guys know who John Yoder is, but John Yoder really... The 80s, 90s, early 2000s, his son is Eric Yoder, who now runs Funny Business. But Funny Business was his company. John gave me 30 weeks, 35 weeks a year, easy on the road. Between Michigan, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Illinois.
That's nice. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, seriously, he kept me fed for 100 million years. So I am doing Chaplin's, and there's a waitress who I connected to like second night, and she was, oh my God. There was no way I was leaving without fucking this girl. It wasn't happening.
Was she ready to go?
So, sorry. All right.
Did you just bring him on to poke fun?
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole.
No, I know, but that's part of the show.
I meet this girl, this waitress, after the second night, and we just connected, and there was no way I was going to finish this week. Like, it was too intense. It was just one of those things,
Right.
you know? And my relationship with my girlfriend in LA was, we were having some problems, I could tell. You know what I mean? And there was just some shit going on.
Yeah.
And
Heather Locklear?
and something had happened prior to this trip where I had sent money home from another trip, and some of the bills didn't get paid with it. So, anyway, I meet this girl on the road. Tuesday night show, Wednesday night show, Thursday night show, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday. It was one of those week-long clubs.
Yeah.
I meet her Tuesday night, whatever, she's nice. Wednesday night is when we talked after the show, and when everyone's cleaning up and we're hanging out just at the show at the bar, and it was just chemistry.
Nice.
Thursday night after the show, we all go out, we hang out, blah, blah, blah. Friday, I meet her for lunch.
Okay.
And I just know, like, So Friday night, I do the first show. She's working that night. Yeah. She says to me after the first show, maybe we should just go out tonight, the two of us.
Oh.
I knew 100% I was going to sleep with this girl, and there was no way that was not happening.
Right. So she put it out there.
So I went to the payphone. That's right, payphone. So I fucking called.
What is that? No,
it's the thing. Cha-ching, cha-ching. So I literally called my girlfriend in L.A. and I broke up with her.
Okay.
Because I wasn't going to cheat on her.
You called her. That's great.
I called her.
That's what people used to do back.
I broke up with her.
Right.
And that night.
Ask like how'd you did it? Like what did you say?
I just called her. I said, listen. I
mean, I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt.
I know I'm gone
the story.
for a couple more weeks. I said I know I'm gone for a couple more weeks, and I just want to let you know that I just think that we should probably break up. And when I come home, you should probably be packed and ready to go.
No.
Yes. That's what I said
her
to her.
out.
And that was all because I knew I wanted to sleep with this woman. Like there was no way.
But this was going to be like a one-night stand.
I didn't care.
You didn't care. She was that hot.
It's not about hot. The chemistry.
You just connected with her.
That insane.
Yeah.
And I knew that my relationship was.
How old were you at this time?
When was I born?
Estimate.
28.
28. All right. So you're in your 20s. Yeah. It's like you don't want to be. You're on the road.
I was 28.
You meet a hot waitress. You know, you don't want to be tied down, right?
And I've always been a hopeless romantic. That's the thing about me. You know, I am that old soul. I'm very much that, you know. But I just knew, like, I had to have this woman. Like, there was, and I wasn't going to cheat on somebody to do it.
Well, there you go. You're faithful. You're loyal.
What a fucking asshole I am. I called my girlfriend.
Well, no. I mean, you're.
That's not an asshole story. Still,
you broke up with her. You could have cheated on her and then came back and lied.
If I told that story to a room
you
full,
still look like a good guy.
If I told that story to a room full of women, would they concur with you, or would they go, "What an asshole"?
No, every woman would think you're an asshole for breaking up with a person like that.
Well, some might be like you called and broke up instead of cheating and then lying about it.
The majority don't find that.
We were on a break.
Yeah, exactly. Friends.
All right.
I mean, come
so
on.
you didn't even have to break up with her then if you were on a break.
No, we weren't on a break. I did though. I literally called her and dumped her.
Can we dig
because
deep?
I
Like,
knew
okay, wait. Can we play that like phone call then? Or can we have fun with this?
Yeah, you want to be her? We'll
no,
role play. You be my
Doug.
ex.
No, Doug will be her. Okay, ready? Here we go. So you're calling her. What happens?
Yeah, I don't have that. Hello.
Hey.
Sorry, you broke up. Who's this?
Oh, it's me. Hi, you're ever loving.
Oh.
I'm in Detroit. Just want to let you know. Safe trip down from Sault Ste. Marie. All is good.
That's great. That's great. That's great.
Listen, I have been doing a lot of thinking.
Oh, really?
And yeah, since we spoke last night. And I think that this isn't going to work for me. And I'm just not feeling this anymore. And I think that we should probably break up because I'm going to fuck this waitress.
Oh, hold on. What was that? Oh, hold on. I'm sorry.
Sorry. No, wait, come on. Do it the way. No. You're going to fuck this waitress?
No, this is literally how I did it. I said to her, I think that we... Yes.
You told her that?
No, I didn't
that
tell
is
her
the asshole
waitress.
part.
No, I didn't
that
tell
is
her
the.
waitress.
Oh my god! If you said fuck you, the waitress,
this isn't working for me. I think we should break up.
Part.
And she literally was like, "What do you mean we should break up?" And I said, "No, I think that I'm just telling you that this is not going to work. It's like we're a year and a."
Richard, you're really going to break up with me over the phone?
Do you want me to wait till I get home and break up with you?
No, but I'm in the middle of something right now.
Wait, you're in the middle of something, and I'm calling to break up with you? What are you in the middle of? Who are you in the middle of?
That's the plumber here.
We don't have any plumbing.
Were you looking at me to like join in as the plumber?
I wanted you to say pool boy. I was waiting for you to say pool boy.
I'm the plumber.
I'm trying to play like sex sound effects
your girlfriend. Richard Chassler is being banged by Richard Chassler.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just
Rob
don't think
is not pleased with these asshole stories. I think. Look, I think they are.
Like still nice. Like he still comes out like the good guy. He's just.
He is a good guy. Richard's a great guy.
I know he's a great guy, but everyone's.
See, Rob's an asshole, so he wants everybody to be that asshole.
No, I want people to be honest.
No, you want people to be you.
No.
Well, look, Richard is being
very honest.
Richard is being honest.
No, that is honest.
I'm being super honest.
If that's your honesty, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, it's still not.
If he wants,
that's the way I see it.
I am telling you, I don't have any girlfriends I don't have one ex, not one, that will say I caught him cheating. He was abusive.
He never hit me.
No, it's just not my thing.
Okay, listen.
I'm a really good boyfriend.
You don't even understand the humor that I'm trying to say. The fact that you're saying I never beat him, that's like a plus. It's like I never went to jail, or
I never got caught.
Yeah, I never got caught.
I've been in jail. I've been caught.
But this is what I'm saying.
I've been caught.
Do you not hear what I'm saying? I'm just.
I understand.
I'm joking with you.
We want Richard to dive really deep and
that's all. I'm
say
joking
something
with
that
you.
he's never told any audience before is what Rob is looking for.
What would you like to hear, Rob?
I don't know. I just want to hear a story where you're like a complete.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. If you're gonna tell this, I don't want to edit this out because it's more work for me. So
don't edit it. Don't edit it. Okay. This is probably, in my opinion, the worst thing I've ever done.
All right. Go ahead.
In my opinion, this is probably the worst thing I've ever done.
All right.
Okay. Got to be 1988, 89. I'm in New York City. I was on the road. I had a couple weeks off. I went to the city, stayed at my cousin's boyfriend's apartment, had my girlfriend from Cleveland at the time come in. She drove to New York from Cleveland just to spend 3 days with me. We went to see some Grateful Dead shows at Madison Square Garden.
Nice. All right.
I love that. I'm sorry.
This is 1990.
I love that.
And then she leaves. I'm in New York for another week, staying at my cousin's boyfriend's apartment in the East Village. I'm out one night with a couple of friends. We are at Hogs and Heifers. Mm-hmm. There's a girl there with a couple of friends. I go to the bathroom. As I'm coming out of the bathroom, she's like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, I don't know how old she was. I couldn't even pick her out of a fucking police lineup now. But we wind up macking down in the hallway there. And we get into some booth and we wind up like playing. I'm fingering her in the booth.
Like a nude booth?
Like, no, just in the bar. And I'm like, she had a skirt on. And I'm like, let's get out of here. She's like, fine. I drag her out. Literally, I look at my buddies. I'm like, I'm out of here. I drag this girl out of Hogs and Heifers, hail a fucking cab. We get in the cab. She looks
It's the same driver from the...
No, she looks at me and says, I have to stop at the ATM and get money.
Oh, no.
I'm like, okay, fine. We'll stop at the ATM for you. So we're heading back to the East Village to my apartment where my buddy's staying. Now, this girl is incoherently drunk.
Right.
Not going to lie, incoherently drunk. I'm 23 years old. I'm incoherently drunk.
Right.
We stop somewhere. I don't even remember where. She gets out of the car. The driver said something to me and laughed. She gets back in the car, takes us back to my cousin's boyfriend's apartment.
Right.
We go in the apartment. I don't remember half of what happened.
Okay.
What I do remember is that we absolutely had sex, and afterwards, she was like, I probably shouldn't have done this. I don't know what to do. I go, you should go then.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, can I stay? I go, no, you should probably go.
Right.
Okay, so I dress her. I walk her down the flight of stairs from the second floor to the first floor. I don't even know what to say. I help her walk to the corner. She lives in Jersey. I go, where do you live? And she's like, Jersey City. I go, okay.
Did you get her a cab?
Hail her a cab. Yeah. Cab stops, and literally the cabbie looks at me, goes, where to? I put her in the back of the cab. I go, Jersey City. Shut the door, hit the cab, and he took off.
Right. Yeah.
And in my opinion, that's the worst thing I've ever fucking done.
You got her in a cab.
That is an asshole story. Wow. Wow.
That's the worst thing.
You know what I like? You know what I like about?
Way, to this day, I still carry guilt about.
You know what I like about Richard's stories, though, is that they may have been some asshole moves, but he ends them with a redeeming quality. So he got this girl in a cab to get her safely across the the Riverton, Jersey. So you could have just get the fuck out of my building, slam the door, and then she walked.
I've seen that happen to people.
Exactly,
before.
but you took the initiative and got her a ride, and now it's the taxi driver's problem, to get her there and whatever.
I still live with guilt over that.
Yeah, but at least you got her in a cab somewhere.
I do. And believe me, I have done. Thousands.
And you dressed her. It's not like you just threw her out of your fucking door, like kicked her to the curb. You know what I mean?
I kicked her to the curb, and that's why I dressed her. And I did. I admit that. I was like, you got to go. Right. You got to go then. No, you can't stay. I panicked. Yeah. I was 23. Like, okay, you got to go then.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's not the greatest move.
No.
But you you did get her in a car. It's like you didn't leave her in an alley for
when I tell
rapists.
You that's the worst, literally. And I mean, like, Rob, you wanted me to go. Like, that is to me probably the worst thing I've ever done when it comes to like a female.
I would say that's a 5-star asshole.
Really?
Right? The other stories were like 1, 2.
1. I thought the yelling at the cab driver.
Okay, no,
was like
you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Well, the only way to know about the cab driver is if we were able to contact him to get him on the show and see how he's doing today.
He's our special guest. He's coming in right now.
He's been in the closet for the past hour.
And he's here, everybody.
Could you imagine if we just had all these people that Richard were assholes to just come through the door right now? Like, this is your life.
Here's the girl from the cab ride. Here she is. And here's the cab driver.
Richard's like, how did you know I was going to talk about these people? Oh, we pre-screened you.
Years later.
This is your asshole life.
We did research.
Maybe that's something we can do, like, for a guest at some point.
Let me tell you something.
Where we bring the asshole in, and then they have to confront them. And then it becomes like fucking
that would
Oprah
be the best
or Maury Povich or something.
I will tell you something, okay? I live every day being called an asshole. I do. Literally. I'm not an asshole, but...
You're not, but you know what? You've come off that way sometimes. Not to me, but like... I don't know. I tell the truth. You do tell the truth.
That's
you're
the reason
honest.
why.
You're blunt. You're to the point, and you're very real.
And I think that, by the way, I am that way out of respect to people, not for any other reason, but because I think everybody deserves the truth. You deserve that.
Absolutely.
Why play games with people? So some people read that as being an asshole.
Right.
So when people ask me about my stand-up, what's your comedy like? And I tell them very clearly, and it's in my bio, it's all, if you don't like looking in the mirror, you're not going to like my stand-up. And that's plain and simple.
And you own it, and it's not going to be for everyone.
No, I own that because I'm a person who believes in the truth. And when I'm on stage, and by the way, if somebody knocks me off my mantle, I'll own that too.
Right.
Absolutely.
He does have a joke where he's an asshole. Is that a true story where you break up with a girl because it's her birthday?
What?
Isn't that like one of your jokes?
Yes, I did. I do a joke in my act. I do a joke in my act where I say, I'm single
Richard, do
now.
your entire act right now.
No, but he says this joke.
It's a true story. The joke is
a true story. That's
of
an
course.
asshole,
Everything
right?
I say on stage is
That's
true.
an asshole.
I'm single now because I actually dumped my girlfriend. Well, I had to. Her birthday was coming up.
Oh, there you go.
Right, so that's an asshole. Well,
but it's like, but that's a true story.
We broke up about a month before her birthday.
Okay.
So I took poetic license with that
of course,
fact and turned it into a joke.
Good.
I didn't break
That's
up
a good
with her.
joke.
what an asshole.
What an asshole.
Yeah, that's an asshole. That's a
But
asshole.
I am a person literally like, and again, I'm a hopeless romantic. So if my girlfriend says to me, "Hey, do you like my new haircut?" I'm not going to go, "Ew, looks like shit." That's not what I'm saying.
You're a hopeless romantic. So are you dating anyone now? No?
So ready.
You're ready. Are you on like the apps and that kind of stuff? No. Are you into that stuff? Is that your thing?
How do you do that? Like, I'm told like it depends the app. Tinder, you just want to get laid.
You need a phone and you got to download the app.
No,
I'm kidding.
No, but there's
How do you
different
do it?
apps. Wait, different apps are for different things.
Right,
Like someone said to me, look, if you just want to go on the app and just get laid, Tinder. If you want to actually meet somebody, Bumble or Hinge.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not
Have you
on
tried
the apps.
Grindr?
I did. I met a guy. Wait a minute.
We're sponsored by Grindr. No.
Yeah, let me tell you an asshole story about that. Wait a minute, you're a guy?
Yeah.
No, I've never tried Grindr. But
There's all kinds of apps.
I have been single now for a couple of years, and I am ready.
You're ready. So as soon as there's a vaccine and COVID is lifted, you're back on the scene.
You've told me about females.
No, females, yes. And I've dated,
Okay.
but I haven't been in real relationships. My last serious relationship was about 2.5 years ago. Serious relationship.
You're playing the field and you're loving life.
Do you date comedians, actresses?
I don't mind dating someone in the business. I think it's easier culturally, like dating a Jewish girl, like just less needs to be explained.
Right.
Like I don't have a problem with that.
Maybe we can set Richard up with someone.
Have you seen
the
Fall Guy?
I want to be married, Doug, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You haven't been married, right? No.
I've been engaged.
You have?
Yeah, my ex-fiance was a 2-time Emmy-nominated producer.
Okay.
And, like super
And how long were you guys engaged for together?
We were together for a little over a year, and then Endemol. You know Endemol?
No.
Endemol does Big Brother. And
okay. Yeah,
Endemol's like the largest production company in the world and has more formats running online now than anybody. So she got a job working for Endemol to open an office in Miami because she spoke fluent Spanish, Cuban Jew. And the long distance broke us up as well.
Well, that's tough to do, And you didn't want to relocate to Miami.
I had just made Stop, actually, and she was like, you're not leaving L.A. You have a movie that's like doing well and winning awards. You're not going anywhere.
So you guys called it after long distance
She
attempt.
She did.
Yeah.
We were long distance for about 3 months.
Right.
And then...
Well, it's better to realize that and not dodge the bullet of getting married and divorce and all that shit.
But I'd be very good at it.
Yeah. Well,
I would
your time is coming.
Says the guy that's never been married.
You know what though? You know what's going to be interesting? Look, I'm telling you.
I can't even say that because I've never been married.
No, you haven't, Rob.
I know. Exactly.
I'm the only one. Married. I'm the only one that's married here.
Exactly.
So.
In fact, I'm going to be an asshole for a minute here. It's asshole story
all right,
number
go ahead.
3.
You deserve your turn at being an asshole.
Doug, what's today? August 20 what?
7th.
August 27th. What date does Rob get tossed?
Tossed?
Yeah, when does the teacher throw him out of the apartment? How long does Rob have?
Oh, until my girlfriend knocks me out.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Teacher, like.
Oh, okay.
How long?
How long? Well, all right, let's see. You guys just moved in, right?
That's right. Mr. Romantic over here. How long are you going to
Oh, my God. Did I claim? Oh, look at this guy. He's being an asshole.
We're going to go there.
What I just said.
I really like Jill, and I hope it works.
Jill and I are doing great.
I think you guys are great for each other.
Yeah, we're having, like, no arguing. Like, we...
That's bad news.
Oh, no.
That's bad news. We're both passive aggressive. Okay, go on.
All right, Rob doesn't want to get into this.
No, that's fine. I can get into it. Let's get into it. He doesn't. He's never even.
See, this is what happens when you have.
This is gonna be good. Jill, I hope you're watching this. Actually, you can watch Chasler here, the guy you never met. Or you're gonna come pick me up too, so you can actually meet him. Because I talked highly about him.
Rob, how is
and she wants to meet you, but now he's being an asshole about you. Look at this guy.
Robert,
isn't the show called Asshole?
It is called that. Now, is this the first time you've lived with a girlfriend?
No, you lived with Nikki, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you guys.
Oh, now you mentioned Nikki.
Well, we don't have to bring up names.
I'm sorry. I thought you lived with a previous girlfriend.
No.
I'm just being an asshole. I thought I wasn't being a big enough asshole.
Well, it was kind of like a brief moment, but no.
Okay.
So this is your first.
Yeah, but like it's going well. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm glad to hear that you're with somebody who's nice. That really means a lot to me.
No, I don't think so. But I'm about to introduce you, and she's gonna watch this. It's gonna be great. You're gonna be.
Wait, are you introducing me first?
They're great for each other, and I think.
Is that true? No, she's gonna.
I like her a lot.
She's gonna watch this and be like, "What an asshole! That guy is an asshole." Wow, that was good.
This is all an act. This is all for comedy.
He pushed me to be an asshole.
It's all for comedy.
Rich isn't being a big enough asshole.
Oh my
you
God.
weren't, and you did, and you finally told.
Right, here you go.
And you told the story that was the biggest asshole thing, and right now that was a big asshole thing, right?
Right.
Well, you know what, Richard? I think here's the thing that's interesting that's going to happen once COVID breaks and all this stuff is lifted. Is that women are going to be dying to go on dates and hooking up and whatever. So I think your time is coming. You know what I mean? It's a matter of time before this is all done.
Well, like I said, I am ready, and I'm in that place now where,
Good. Yeah. All right. So Richard,
you hear that, ladies,
you hear that? Richard is available.
Listen, he doesn't hit you.
No.
I won't hit you. I won't cheat on you.
Yeah.
He will call you and break up with you if he's going to cheat on you.
To cheat on you.
Yeah.
And if you ever go in the car with him, he's going to tell you which way to go, and he'll yell at you.
He will be that backseat driver from hell.
I also have 500 bottles of wine, and I cook.
And he has a lot of cheese. He's got coup de grace.
He's a comedian. He's an award-winning filmmaker.
He's got a lot of things going on for himself. You hear that, Jill?
You hear that, Jill? He's not really an asshole.
Exactly. Well, I don't know what else to say.
This has been a blast.
This has got real. I love it. It was funny.
What was supposed to happen?
Yes.
No, that was great. I thought that was beautiful.
So, Richard, you really put yourself out there today.
I said, I'm honest.
I'm really proud of you. I appreciate you coming in today and pouring out your asshole stories to everyone.
My pleasure.
There's only one way we end this show. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but pretty much you just say your name and say that you're an asshole.
My name is Richard Chassler, and I am an asshole.
There you guys go. Richard Chassler.
I like that.
And he is an asshole. He's come here to redeem himself. He has been redeemed. He will be back because I feel like there's a lot of stories that we haven't even scratched the surface on
We
yet.
had to dig deep today.
We will
That
deep.
was
Well,
2020.
this is a warm up for a lot of people. A lot of people are hesitant to come on this show, is what I've found out. Comedians are definitely willing to come on. They're just like, yeah, let me get on and let's talk about this shit. But like actors and some other people, you got to massage them a little bit. Then they say something, and then they're like, oh my god, can you cut that out? I can't believe I said that.
Next time, I'll tell you the story about how I lied to Hedberg and told him when we went parasailing, the guy was only going to take him 30 feet up.
All right. Thank you, Richard.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
Rob. And remember, folks, follow us on YouTube at Doug Bass Comedy. Follow us on Instagram at Asshole Podcast. Richard's Instagram. What is your Instagram?
You can find me, all my social media except Twitter is at Richard Chassler. They kicked me off Twitter because they're assholes. So
they did.
now I'm on
Oh,
Twitter
you're in
at
Twitter
Funny
jail.
Wino.
Funny Wino.
What asshole thing did you do to get off Twitter?
Somebody made a comment about Mitch McConnell. I wonder what is going
okay,
through Mitch
yeah.
McConnell's mind right now.
All the
blah, blah.
political shit will get you kicked
I
out.
wrote should be a bullet. That's all.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's it.
That might be illegal, isn't it?
I didn't write at
Is
Mitch
Secret Service
McConnell.
gonna tap you for something?
I didn't write at anything.
Oh, my God.
Twitter kicked me off for
Yeah.
being harassing.
That might be illegal. I don't know. Secret
So,
Service
That should
probably.
have been your asshole story right there.
That's not. That should be Twitter's asshole story.
Oh, my God.
So my Twitter is at Funny Wino. Everything else is at Richard Chassler.
All right.
I'm easy
Follow
to find.
Richard on all his social media.
Thank you.
Check
Follow
out
me at Funny Wino.
check out Richard's Funny Wino YouTube series on YouTube.
What am I drinking?
What am I drinking? The Funny
I actually
Wino.
enjoy those. Those are pretty good.
Thank you.
Check out Richard's Stop short film
At richardchassler.com.
at richardchassler.com. And check out Richard Chassler doing stand-up comedy at Pan Pacific Park or anywhere he can get on stage during this pandemic.
Yeah.
And what else? Anything else?
No, man, we're solid.
All
This
right.
was a lot of freaking fun.
All right, guys. Well, follow us, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, and remember, don't be an asshole, but if you are, talk about it. Bye.
Yeah.
You've been listening to I'm an Asshole with Doug Bass. Please subscribe to us on all streaming platforms. Follow Doug on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Doug Bass Comedy. Thank you for listening, and remember, don't be an asshole, but if you are, talk about it. Have a good asshole story? Email us at doug@dougbasscomedy.com. We'll see you next time.